Welcome to Key Travels. My name is Amber Key and I'm a travel agent that lives here in San Antonio, Texas. And I will be showing you different places that you can go while you are here visiting San Antonio, or whether you live here like me and you just like to explore your own city. Now today I am going to be exploring inside Wonderland of America's mall. So it used to be a regular mall with regular shops, but now it has all these little kind of like mom and pop shops and everything. That's really good. They have some really interesting shops and everything. But today, with it being spooky season, I'm gonna look around and I'm gonna look for things that are for Halloween. And so one of the things that are definitely on my list, the top of my list, is a place called Grim Bakers. Grim Bakers, Manny I butchered his last name so bad. I don't know. We all know Spanish is not my forte. I'm trying to learn though. But anyway, his name is Manny, and he was on Halloween bake-off competition, and he actually won. And he's from here in San Antonio, and he has a shop that him and his family run called Grim Bakers. Now they are open year-round, but they are spooky. Everything is spooky themed and everything. So of course, during the month of October, they are super popular. So we're gonna stop by and grab a bite to eat from there. And then there's also a few other shops that we're going to check out, as well as a horror museum. So let's go inside and see what kind of spooky fun we can find. Before we hit Grim Bakery, we are going to stop in at this store, Monsters and Mayhem. It is located right before the food court area, and it is a Halloween spooky kind of themed store. It is open year round, so it's not just for Halloween. And as you can see, they have items from like Chucky, Stranger Things. They have mugs, they have t-shirts and hoodies galore. They have everything from old school horror to the new stuff. There is some Wednesday Addams merchandise that you can get, some plushies, some Beetlejuice with it, and then there's also some Nightmare Before Christmas items as well, which I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of Nightmare Before Christmas. I like my movies to be distinguished between Halloween and Christmas. Is it a Christmas movie? Is it a Halloween movie? It's both. I don't like it. But my favorite thing, they have these VHS tapes. Take you way back. They have a little bit of everything here. I'm telling you, it's like walking into a, blockbuster video. I mean, talk about taking you way to a different time period. It's like a time capsule in here. I absolutely love it. There's some vinyl records as well. It is just so nostalgic, and they have all these different life-size statues and everything. And you know what? If you don't have a VCR for those VCR tapes, they got you covered. They're selling VCRs too. So pick up a VCR and go watch a movie, grab some popcorn like these guys right here, and watch a good scary movie for Halloween. Now it's time to go and hit Grim Bakeries, get something a little sweet. And they have so much to offer here. They have some delicious looking pastries. They have cookies. They have a little bit of everything. They also have some coffees and lattes. And as you can see, they have different cupcakes here, and definitely you have your seasonal options. So there is a pumpkin cupcake here, and everything is decorated in a spooky way. Now again, this place is open year round, so you don't have to wait until Halloween to go. You can go year round, which is fantastic. And they got the Scream right there. I love Scream. That's my favorite horror movie. And that cheesecake looks delicious. Look at these Scream donuts. That is so cute. And then they also have the Voodoo Man donut as well. And then they also have some croissants. And so it's a chocolate hazelnut croissant, which I absolutely love, like Nutella. They got your lemony Snicket lemon bar. So yeah, it is fantastic. And as I mentioned earlier, Manny, he was in Halloween bake-off competition, and so he actually won that. He did fantastic. He did great. That's Manny right there hard at work, representing San Antonio. So I decided to get that cheesecake, which is a cherry cheesecake with a white chocolate skull, and then this blood bag lemonade, and it was delicious. Now, right next to Grim Bakers, they have Vicious Eats. So if you're looking to have lunch while you're here, maybe grab a burger or some sort of sandwich, this is the place to go if you want to keep it spooky. So it is this, they have like this horror theme to them. There's these creepy like parts, like body parts and everything hanging from the ceiling and everything, and their prices are pretty okay, but it looks really good here. They have the body parts, just it's kind of creepy. And as you can see, you can get a burger for like $14 or so, which is pretty typical. And they have sandwiches, and you got your small snacks like corn dogs and stuff, so it looks really good. Now next up, we're going to go to the Texas Horror Museum. Now, this place is not your typical horror. You're not going to find Chucky or Dracula or anything like that.
Right.
And so what he does, he makes his own special effects. And he actually has a special effects class that you can go to, so you can sign up. So we have over here his QR code and the website. Definitely check it out. He will teach you everything that you need to know about making your own special effects. And so he has this little like shop area where he has set up like this museum, and everything is kind of themed around different lore that is throughout the southern Texas and Mexico, as well as South America. So right here you have an altar, which is part of the Day of the Dead celebration, and has like this creepy old lady voice. And there's this bell that you ring, and you ring the bell, and each place has a bell for you to ring. And when you go, they tell you all about the lore of that particular figure. And there's these different ghost stories that they tell. And it is just really fascinating to learn about all these. It's more of a learning experience. Now, nothing here is scary. There's no real jump scares or anything like that. So it's not a haunted house. It is a learning experience. You're going to learn about the history and the culture of this area and of the surrounding area for Texas through the ghost stories that are told. And so it is just fascinating to see a representation of all of these stories. Now, some of these stories you are going to sound very familiar to you because they have been covered and talked about in other different cultures as well, and they have been represented on shows like Supernatural. And so it's just a lot of fun. There are so many different stories that you can learn. And they have like this one right here. This one I thought was really creepy. It's this head of this old woman right here. And then she has the body of an owl. And I mean, it is so creepy. And if you go, there's so much detail though with these animatronics or these figures and everything. So there's so much detail. Like, look at these teeth right here. They are absolutely disgusting. I love it. And this thing, I'm not sure, I forget the name of this thing, what this was, but you know what? New horror level unlocked right here. This was like a rat, but it was also part snake, like its face was like scaly, and then it had like feathers on it, like a bird, like new horror level unlocked. But I gotta tell you, his attention to detail on these is really astounding. I absolutely love the amount of detail and hard work that he put in here. I would love to see each one of these areas be put in a like diorama situation though, so you can kind of see the surroundings for it a little bit more, so you can feel like you're a little bit more into it. But I thought it was really good. Now it was like $25 for the ticket to get inside. But I think it's really good. Hopefully that will support him and help him to where he can grow and do more. I'm sure he has really big plans on what to do for this exhibit moving forward. I think it's a great start for right now, and I am really excited to see where he goes from here. So, this is going to be a yearly stop for me. I'm going to make this a yearly tradition to see what he does in the future. So, I plan on going every year. Now, of course, we had to make a stop at Spirit Halloween. I go every single Halloween to Spirit Halloween. I will go and I will hunt them down, figure out where they are located, because of course they are usually in a different spot every time. However, there is always one located here at Wonderland of America. So I always go in whether I buy something or not. I love to go and look at all of the Halloween decorations that they have and everything, the animatronics, the new things. Give me new ideas, because the outside of my house I do decorate very spooky, and they have these blow up right here, and I gotta say, I hate blow up decorations. In my front yard you do not see not one blow up decoration, not for Halloween, not for Christmas, because when they're turned off, there's nothing there. I don't like them. I prefer the more physical things. And these creepy babies right here are just that. They are so creepy. They scare the heck out of me. And then, of course, they have the Disney, grim, grinning, gross bust. And they have so many different things. Costumes. This is definitely a place to go for costumes. So when we went, there were so many people that were here. It was hard to get footage without someone being in the footage for it not being shown, but everyone was going around and buying costumes. It looked like everyone was having a good time, and of course you get to test out all of the different animatronics that are there. Most of them, though, I gotta say, were not working, so that's not really a good sign. That's not good advertisement. But I love the decor. And I may be one of these crazy people, but you know what? Sometimes I pick up decor for my house for year round. I am one of those people, because I just think, they have really good detailed stuff. And so they have like the skulls here. If you're into that gothic kind of witchy kind of stuff, this is definitely the place for you to go to buy your year-round decorations. And they have a ton of different options for you to do. Now we do have like the front stoop of our house. It is kind of decorated like a witch's hut, so we definitely have some of those pictures and everything. You got your creepy doll stuff. Oh, it's so creepy. It's so creepy. They have everything here from Disney items to your regular, like, really horror, scary items that they have. They have this big, giant scarecrow. I don't know what he does. He wasn't working. Neither was Grandma. She wasn't working. But this rat. Of course, this rat was working. And I am terrified of rats. This thing was horrifying. And then they have this scarecrow here that holds your bag of candy. I don't know if he does anything, though. And they have this light projection. And then they have this guy that was hanging upside down. I'm assuming he shakes and stuff. I don't know. Wasn't working. This clown also wasn't working, so I don't know what he does. They have doormats available, so you can have your different styles of doormats. They have soap dispensers, so they got you covered. Inside the house, outside the house, they got your bathroom. Scream. I love Scream. I love this wreath here. They have little cute little ghosties, which the inside of my house is cute. In my living room is cute. I got the little ghosties. And then they have your Harry Potter stuff covered as well. So in addition to having Harry Potter costumes, they have decor. I have that banner hanging up in my room year round. I'm such a Harry Potter nerd. Hufflepuff all the way here. So yeah, I love Harry Potter. My husband is a Ravenclaw. And then they also have this Reaper right here. Now he was working, kind of, a little janky. They have this ghost, which was not working. I'm assuming he moves. The Ouija board seems to be a very popular thing. I'm seeing a lot of it. They have this crossbody bag. They also have this sweatshirt here, which I gotta say, I love the colors with the black and the They have this huge doll from Squid Games right here. And then they have some makeup and everything and accessories for a corpse bride look. Now, I do like the movie Corpse Bride, even though I'm not a fan of Nightmare Before Christmas, like I mentioned earlier. But they do have that here, all the different masks and everything and the costumes for that, as well as Scream. Now, like I said, I do love Scream, and they got your blingy Scream, they got your devil Scream, they got your bloody Scream. They have hoodies. I love that pink one and that jersey. That is my favorite right there. I was so excited to see roller skating available here at Wonderland of America. It's located on the second floor, kind of near where Spirit Halloween is, inside all the little shops. They also have an arcade game area as well as a play place area, which was pretty large. It has things that kids can climb on. It had slides and everything for the kids, and it just looked like a lot of fun. And there were a lot of kids playing in here today. There's also laser tag as well, so you can go for maybe the older kids. And then there's different height requirements for each thing, so you can know. So you know ahead of time what the height requirement is. So 36 for laser tags, not bad. And then we got some massage chairs here. So for the adults waiting on your kid playing on the play place, go in that massage chair. And here are the prices. So you can get a pass that covers all of the different exhibits, or you can go per exhibit if you want as well. And there's also a mini golf, which is a jungle themed mini golf area. And inside they have a dinosaur kind of looking area, a tiki looking area, as well as over in the back over there they have like a waterfall, and there is an elephant back there. So it's not a super huge area, but it does look like a lot of. They have a VR gaming area where you can play with one person or with multiple players. They even have a party hub for birthday parties, so go check them out. So I hope you enjoyed the look around Wonderland of America, the little shops. Maybe, you know what, sometime I'm going to have to do another video where I just do the regular shops and everything, because there's so much to see while you were in there. It's almost like a large indoor flea market in a way, but with better quality items. So I feel like I'm going to have to do a video sometime where I just kind of walk around and look around at the other shops. And though you did get a glimpse at the roller skating that they have, and the arcade game area, which is super fun. I haven't been rollerblading or roller skating in such a while. I think I'm gonna have to do that because that looks like a lot of fun. And laser tag is always a lot of fun, and mini golf, of course. So, you know, I did have to include that because, I mean, while you're going around and getting little spooky treats and looking at spooky finds, it's good to go and, you know, have a little bit of fun, you know, too. So this way you can go and have some fun, do some roller skating. That'd be a lot of fun. And you know what? Maybe pick up that VCR and some VHS tapes. But, you know, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please hit a like and subscribe as well so you can see other videos. And so maybe you can see that one video that I'm planning on doing on the regular shops. And also hit the notification bell so you will be notified when other videos like this one has dropped. And I will be making videos for every Friday. And if you are traveling to San Antonio or any other place, feel free to contact me. And remember, I am the key to your best vacation.